Have you ever wondered how tools like Photo Room or remove.bpig remove backgrounds instantly? Today, I'll show you how to build your own background removal tool using Python, completely free, using a powerful library called rembg. Rembg is an open-source AI background removal library that uses deep learning segmentation models and runs completely locally, so there's no API cost at all. To install rembg, you just need Python installed on your system and then run a simple pip command in the terminal. So first, we import the remove function from rembg. This is the core AI function that actually removes the background from the image. Next, I'm importing image from the Pillow library. Pillow helps us open and work with image files in Python. I'm also importing display from Ipython. And this is important because instead of saving the output image as a file, I want to show the result directly in the output screen. Now you can see the actual image background is removed and a transparent image is produced. Now that we've seen how to remove the background using rembg, let's see how we can convert that transparent image into a clean white background, which is commonly required for e-commerce product images. So first, I'm importing the remove function from rembg. This is the AI function that actually removes the background from the image. Next, I'm importing image from the Pillow library, which helps us open and work with images in Python. I'm also importing display from Ipython so that instead of saving the image as a file, we can directly see the output on the screen. Here, I define the path of my input image. I'm using a product image called realm_c.png. I open the image using image.open and convert it to RGBA format. This step is important because RGBA supports transparency, which we need after background removal. Now, this is the main AI part. I pass the image into the remove cluster function from rembg. I've enabled alpha matting here, which improves edge quality, especially for soft areas like curves, shadows, or fine details. The foreground and background threshold values help the model clearly understand what to keep and what to remove. And the erode size smooths the edges so the final image looks clean. At this point, we have a transparent image. To make the background white, I create a new white image with the same size as the output. Then, I merge the transparent foreground on top of the white background using alpha compositing. Finally, instead of saving the image to a file, I use the display function to instantly show the final white background image in the output. This is a simple and effective way to generate professional white background product images using Python and AI without any paid tools. Now, let's see how we can remove the background and replace it with any custom color we want, using just a few lines of Python. First, I import the remove function from rembg. This is the AI function that takes care of removing the background from the image. Next, I import image from the Pillow library so we can open and manipulate images. And I import display so we can instantly see the result on the screen. I've created a function called add_color_bg. This function takes the image path and the background color as inputs. Inside the function, I open the image and pass it into rembg, which removes the background and gives me a transparent foreground image. Now, I create a new image with the same size as the foreground, but filled with a solid color. This color is defined using RGBA values, so we can control both the color and the opacity. Next, I paste the transparent foreground on top of the colored background.
Realistic.
The third
instead of
argument
harsh.
here makes sure the transparency is
that,
preserved
I
and the
create a
edges
pure
stay
white
clean.
background canvas.
After
This
that,
is commonly
I
used
return the
for
final image
e-commerce
from the
product
function.
images. I
Here,
paste the
I
shadow
call the
onto the
function
white
and pass
background
in a
first,
Dodger blue color
and then
as the
place the
background.
product on top of.
Finally, instead of saving the image as a file, I use the display function to show the final image directly in the output. This approach lets us remove the background and apply any custom brand color instantly using Python and AI. Now, Let's see how we can add a realistic shadow effect to an object after removing its background, so it looks like the product is actually placed on a surface. First, I open the image and convert it to RGBA format. This is important because RGBA supports transparency, which we need after background removal. Next, I use rembg to remove the original background and extract only the object as a transparent foreground. Once the background is removed, I get the width and height of the object. This helps me place the shadow correctly relative to the product. Now I create a new transparent image layer just for the shadow. This layer will sit underneath the product. Using Image Draw, I draw an ellipse near the bottom of the image. This ellipse represents the ground shadow where the object touches the surface. I fill the ellipse with semi-transparent black. The transparency controls how dark the shadow looks. Then I apply a Gaussian blur to the shadow. This is the key step that makes the shadow look soft and realistic instead of harsh. After that, I create a pure white background canvas. This is commonly used for e-commerce product images. I paste the shadow onto the white background first and then place the product on top of the shadow. This layering order is very important. Finally, I display the result directly on the screen so we can instantly see the final output. By drawing a blurred ellipse under the object, we can create a natural shadow effect that adds depth and realism to product images. That's it for this video. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more practical AI and Python tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.